Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Oh no.
Oh, not me.
I'm high. How are you?
I'm not.
I take a gummy.
I don't.
This is Neal.
This is Jen.
I'm Canadian.
I'm American.
We're in a relationship and we talk about reality television.
What are we talking about today?
Something we haven't talked about yet.
We have not made an episode.
We made our way to the end of the season before we said anything about it.
Indeed.
Are you going to tell them or what?
Age of Attraction. Netflix.
Weird voice choice for... It's another Netflix dating...
Age of Attraction, sonny old pal.
Worse. Okay. Thank you for your participation.
I'll see myself
We're
out.
gonna go in a different direction this time. Neal is mad because we just finished the season and we were like, oof, this feels like the kind of Netflix dating show that needs a reunion. But it's not telling us that there's a reunion coming. How come? How come, Neal?
It's going to be a YouTube a video on the Vile Files. Woo.
Because Nick and his wife and podcast host, what's her name?
I don't know.
Okay, same. Hosted the show because they have an 18-year.
Let's be real. She hosted the show.
You think he did a bad job?
No, he didn't do a job. He didn't get to speak the entire season.
He didn't do a job.
If you watch, she does 95% of the talking. And when he does speak, it is very robotic and like reading off of a script where you don't know what is coming next.
Okay. Are we going to tell them the premise of the show, or are we going to jump in as if they've watched it with us?
The premise of the show is
they go on a retreat.
Like a mountaintop retreat where they all meet people
There's 40 of them.
Ages you don't know.
That's the one question you're not allowed to ask.
You're not allowed to ask how old y'all are. But we were guessing the ages.
We got some pretty spot on.
Yeah.
Then while others we were like really off. And like they definitely intentionally cast age ambiguous people.
Yes.
Like there are several over 40s who look like they're in their early 30s. There are several in their 50s who you would have said early 40s. Like you all would have aged them back 10 years at least.
Yes. So
and aged forward the really the younger looking ones who still looked like they were 30 but ended up being like 22.
Right. That's your favorite number.
22?
Yeah, you keep saying 22 years old in the show, like referring to the show when there's one 22-year-old.
That's how oh God, do I have trauma? That's how old the mistress was, right? My husband left me for.
Okay.
So, like, to me, that encapsulates anyone from 21 to, like, 26.
Okay.
Is when I say that, I'm representing that whole group from this show.
Right.
So, like, including the... Wait, was there a 26-year-old?
One of the guys, I think.
Right?
Yeah. One of the two younger guys was 26. I don't remember which one it was. No, there's a 26-year-old. He's the one that was with the 41-year-old woman, and they...
He didn't even like her.
Right. Okay, so they went on dates before, and like you found your person, and then you went to a promise room where you gave each other promise rings if you wanted to continue the experiment.
W.
And that's when you would tell each other.
But Neal likes this better than forcing them to propose after talking to each other through a wall for 2 weeks.
Yes, they made couples that could see each other not get
propose.
married.
Right.
So that's crazy. But we're going to talk more about this. I think you could integrate some of this back into Love is Blind. So
I think there's room for 20 different versions of this. Love is Blind. Love is deaf. You can't talk to each other. You can only look at each other.
The
but
opposite
with,
of love is
on all the time.
not blind.
Age. What else can you do? Blind, but like use blindfolds, but they can touch you. Oh God, no, that's a lawsuit
definitely
waiting
been
to
a
happen.
thing before, though. So, they
Not
obviously
allowed to ask people their jobs.
they
And it's like working class. Okay, sorry.
they obviously were only going to follow couples with a significant age gap,
Right.
For the show.
They quickly showed us a montage of people with like similar ages choosing each other.
Yes. So, I think that the lowest age gap was 15 years of the 6 couples, 5-6 couples.
With the biggest gap being
27 years.
Was it? Was more than that. Not but they didn't make it, but Jorge and
Oh, yes.
he was 60.
Yes, that was they were done
It was
right
like
away.
34 years.
Yes.
Like more than double her age, right?
The age gap that made it to the end was 27.
Which is still crazy.
That's
the blonde and the
27-year-old
ginger,
and a
right?
54-year-old, yes.
That's who we need to talk about the most.
Yes, so
We took notes.
they leave the mountaintop retreat and then live together for, I think, a few weeks.
So similar to Love is Blind.
It was basically Love is Blind, but instead you don't get married. You just decide if you want to be a couple together.
Give each other a promise during birth, and then also commit or break up. Basically.
Yeah, and you have to meet your family and friends, which again
Love is Blind.
This was basically a Love is Blind light.
Yeah.
But you didn't get a
age.
fancy vacation to Mexico. No.
And one of our favorite things to talk about is this one is not state-based. So every season of Love is Blind has taken place in, one major city or, a couple of different major cities within a state. In this case, there's Pfeiffer is talking about going from Seattle to Texas.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. That's quite a lifestyle change. Going from a very, rainy...
Isn't she 22? Or is she 23?
She was... Was she... Wait. She was 20.
No.
Right?
No one was 20. Oh, I forget. We should have a printable.
You could look it up.
Ah.
Just looking up the ages. So I'll keep explaining the show. You meet their family and friends, and then you separate. They didn't give a time for this, but you stop living together, and then
Pfeiffer is 23.
okay, you go back to the mountaintop retreat and make your final decision together after not seeing each other for an undetermined.
And before
time.
Separating, you all have a conversation like you're totally
Yes.
breaking up and never going to see each other again.
And there's a
little weird.
They all were at a table together with the hosts.
Yes. So let's get to the table.
Yeah, so before getting to the last couple episodes, it was just typical Love is Blind-esque stuff. Although I will say, I wanted to bring this up. Something that Love is Blind doesn't do anymore. I don't know if they're told not to do it or they just stopped. In the earlier seasons, each of the couples would reassure themselves or hey, if you were to make a decision today, what would you do? Every episode.
Yeah, there are fewer of those conversations.
They never
right?
do it anymore.
I wouldn't say never.
Okay, one or twice a season.
But Nick and Vanessa even made a comment of being we don't want you to discuss it before the wedding. What?
But so maybe that is something productions don't show them doing that if they do it, or just don't do it in general, which is insanity. But they did that a lot in this. Hey, where's your head at? How are you doing? Which was interesting to see. because each couple is different and they all had different reactions. And, like, we could...
Did Andrew and Libby stay together?
I don't know who they are.
Blonde.
So
Libby, like, young blonde, and he apparently this is just always his type. His friends are like, no, you would have been...
I mean, if
we would have been surprised if she was brunette and his age.
If we're spoiling, yes, they did stay together.
Are we not spoiling?
Well, you just want to get... I was trying to do it in order.
Okay, go.
Well, you want to do the table. So, as we mentioned earlier, Jorge and
Vanel.
They quickly split apart because she was celibate and, like, they were cuddling in bed, and he's like, why would you say you're celibate? But very weird argument. Why would you do things with me? But then... Very
old school of him, I feel. Like, she can say she's celibate, but still, like, tease you, but you're like, how dare you trigger my manly wiles? Well, that is unfair to my...
And then he basically started calling her a liar and questioning her character.
Like, I'm mad about it.
So they quickly went their separate ways.
But if you see a picture of them together, she, like, still wants to jump his bones. Man, it was fine.
Right.
Fine.
So they are gone. So we get to the final table where they all meet up and the Vials give a little spiel and, like, ask how they're doing.
And this is where Teresa reveals that she did not tell her kids John's age.
Well, yes, and we both had thoughts on this.
Big thoughts.
Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
Well, first of all, I thought it was crazy that she and the other woman had big opinions on this. Because she said, I thought the point of this was to tell our family the age. You know, you don't ask about the age, but then you reveal the age. Like, that's the point. That's the next step, is revealing the age.
Right.
So they fight in front of Nick and his wife, which I'm like, fighting in front of the host? Which I'm like, so maybe I do see them as hosts, because I respect them enough to be, like, shocked that they're fighting in this situation. But I guess before now they haven't been together. You think they probably don't get as close as the women do with the women in Love is Blind and the men do with the men in Love is Blind.
Well, they didn't, like,
show us, yeah.
We constantly in Love is Blind, because now the
I
pods
know, but if
are...
they're still sleeping together like summer camp, I mean, you get to know someone when you have to sleep in a room with them.
But in Love is Blind, you're not in the pods all the time. Like, you're in that lounge area probably for hours together.
Yeah, you don't think you're lounging a lot here?
No, I don't. I think you're dating. I think they didn't.
You see them less. You date, then you go to bed. Like, you're separated way more, you're saying.
Yes.
From the people of your gender. Okay. So she's 54. He's 27. First they sit down with John's sister and mom.
Yeah.
And won't tell them her age.
Right.
Then they're going to sit down with her kids and they're not going to tell the kids his age. You have the right to do that? The best time she explained it was when she voiced it to her kids, that she wanted her kids to get to know him the way she did.
Right.
But, like, you can't force someone else to experience your experience, and you were getting to know him on, like, a romantic level. These are your children. Frickin' just you're gonna have to tell them anyway.
Right.
Okay,
so,
you have thoughts.
Well, my thoughts were when she went and met his mom and sister, they were really weirded out that she wouldn't mention her age, and B, wouldn't, like, talk about her having
her
kids
at all. Oh yes, and wouldn't say her kids' ages. I mean, he goes and meets, John does, with his sister after, and like she didn't even know how many kids.
Right. Like that to me
Yeah.
is really weird.
Well, like you, who always goes on a rant of you know what you were signing up for, you know what you were getting into, even though Libby apparently thought she was going on some form of like Too Hot to Handle. So that's hilarious.
Well,
Maybe you
she's
don't know the exact
dumb for not
dating
knowing
show
that
you're
show
gonna
is
do.
canceled. So like I totally get where his sister and mom are coming from. Like that.
Oh my gosh, he sat down after and told his sister how old she is, that the oldest son is older than him. Like, he's 27 and she has a 29-year-old son. The whole time she was just hoping he would be older than the oldest son.
Right.
I think she would be having a much easier time coping if he was.
But like that right there, if I'm the sister, I'm like, are the ages reversed here? Like, you're supposed to be acting like that, not, the 54-year-old.
Is embarrassed. She's embarrassed.
Yes. And so then we meet.
And he's totally secure.
Yes. We meet her kids, and she won't. Well, first she's like, "Oh, he's a good boy."
Oh,
like that rubbed me the wrong way. Like,
gross.
And then obviously rubs him the wrong way. But then, they won't. She won't tell them his age,
and they're super supportive. So like, there goes the idea that you could use that as an excuse that like, oh, your kids would maybe be judgmental of the age gap.
The youngest one was. He was like, I think he's probably 35. If he was younger than one of us, that would be kind of weird.
He did say, yeah. But I think he was saying that thinking that wasn't the case.
Right.
So it's like, oopsies.
So even when they write that letter, they don't know how old he is.
Right. Is it different when you find out he's 27?
So
Oh, we're going to have to listen to the Vile Files, aren't we?
We're going to watch the reunion, of course.
We didn't watch the reunion of Temptation Island when they all went on the Vile Files after there was no official reunion.
Yeah. Well, I think this is an official reunion, but on the Vile Files. Stupid, semantics, whatever. So going back to the table, oh boy, when, what's her name? Teresa? Was that her name?
Yeah.
When she was talking about it, the other girl was getting real heated, and
The 41-year-old,
yes,
right?
and yes,
Yes.
And I was totally like, that is, how do I articulate? The point of the show, I felt like, was that age doesn't matter, which is why you're on the show. You're just going to find someone.
No, you have a much harder time. We need to get this out of the way. You have a much harder time accepting that people have emotions. There have been totally normal moments where people have been totally normally stressed about, because they didn't know the family members were coming when they were. So there were a lot of moments of hesitation where it's like, you can think you're ready for it, but when the real reality is there in front of you, like, you're allowed to feel nervous and scared.
I explain that. I don't have a problem with being nervous or scared. I hate when they're like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. I didn't expect this was going to happen. If you're going on a Netflix dating show, you're going to be required to meet their family. Like, that's just the way it is.
Yes, you have to expect this.
Whether
coming.
it's a week into the experiment or a month or a year, like, that's going to be required.
That, but people still have feelings
right,
about
but
it.
don't be like, I was blindsided that I have to meet. That's what bothers me.
Okay.
Like,
okay.
I can't believe the wedding is so soon. We're in the 10th season of Love is Blind. The wedding is always after 30 days. Like, there's no sneaking up on you. Like,
you have to ease up on these guys a little bit because it's a new show.
Yes, and I said that.
You did.
It's the first season. No one knows what to base this off of.
Right.
But there is no excuses for Love is Blind.
No. And you get madder at Love is Blind accordingly.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know if I'm ready for it. Well, this past season was the worst for men who were like, oh, she's not my type, so I'm not into her. And have, like, specific hair color type. Like, very specific types. You went on a show called Love is Blind. Like, Go
Go
home.
on Age of Attraction.
Go
Like
home.
there you
can
find...
see them exactly.
Yes, But again, the pool of candidates you're picking from now is probably so minute that you just have to go with whatever's there.
Pick the best of the worst.
So I saw an article saying Love is Blind is changing the way that they're gonna approach or find people.
Okay.
Because some of the people they reach out to, and some are from like a casting.
Like, yeah.
And they're making changes to the people they reach out to. So I don't. There's filming Philadelphia right now, and supposedly there's 11 couples being filmed out and about.
Well, this is what we said. Spend a little bit more money, you cheap mothers, and follow all the couples in hopes that some of them make it. Even if some are more boring than the others, even if they didn't have a love triangle that's going to cause drama the first time they meet out at the club. Who cares? Follow them just in case they say yes at the aisle. If you insist on keeping the aisle thing, up your chances.
I would have been happy if they had followed more couples in this, even if they were closer in age. I think
yes,
that would have like...
Because show us, does it work better for the ones who were closer in age? Was distance more of a factor? They should make a show that's about distance, like a cross country. You're not allowed to ask where the person is from. And it's like half New York, half LA.
Okay, but then you
Not
specifically
literally,
have to cast people that are willing to relocate.
Flexible
So
people,
you're going to kind of give away the
home.
plot first.
True.
So...
But I mean, you don't, to a super extent. I mean, these people didn't. I'm sure that was maybe asked and taken into consideration. You couldn't, if you had 100% people who were like, I'm set where I am, there's nothing that could move me. This one, there were so many individuals who had children that a lot of them are set where they are.
Right.
So, like, that's something huge against them from the beginning that's not even supposed to be a factor. Age is supposed to be the factor.
Here's the problem with both people willing to relocate. They're never going to be able to decide, so just going to have to pick a spot on the map.
Is that us?
No. Like, I relocated here.
I know, but I don't want to stay here.
Right. I'm not going to make us stay here, so no, that wouldn't be us.
But we can't decide where to go.
We'll figure it out. Okay.
I would like everybody's input. Guys, where should we move? Anywhere in America or Canada. Here are my requirements. I must have a home that I can afford. So take that what you will. If you come to me with a kind of affordable house, but property tax is like 10 grand a year, no, I can't afford to live in that state, probably. I need to be buying an aquarium.
And it needs to be safe.
Oh, yeah, it needs to be safe. It needs to be in the 60th percentile or above for safety.
And it needs a TJ Maxx. Or a Target.
Close by. No, TJ Maxx more than a Target. Does need to have a Walmart, though.
Yeah, Walmart.
And a McDonald's.
Of course.
Walmart, McDonald's.
And maybe a Taco Bell.
And an aquarium within driving distance.
Okay, so we have to tell them what happened to every couple because we haven't.
Okay.
So
I think they just want to hear more about Taco Bell.
27-year-old and 54-year-old. The 54-year-old spent 10 minutes talking in circles and then was finally like, I guess.
My gummy was too gummy for this. I'm 90% certain she broke up with him and then he convinced her to not break up with him. And so they stayed together.
I think it was the letter. I think she was about to break up with him. Then she had him read the letter from their kids and then was like, oh, okay, I guess we can...
Oh, well, if my kids like you, then...
We'll give it a shot. I feel like they're definitely...
That's as enthusiastic as she was. Like, we'll give it a shot.
I don't think they're going to be together at the reunion.
No shit. Okay.
The 41-year-old and 26...
Did they break up?
Yes. We knew that the whole time.
He doesn't like her.
Yes. He was constantly looking for outs to get out.
He's like, you like spending time with me, and I hate that. Like, dude's not ready to be in a relationship. I don't like it that she wants to be near me.
That I think, yeah, that would have been like it could have been to another 26-year-old and he would have said that. So,
but I think he could handle it more coming from. I think it turned him off even more that it was like someone that maybe should be a little more mature and was being this needy. I think it made it worse. I think if it was a 22-year-old who like always wanted to be around him, it'd be like a little bit different. But obviously, dude is not ready to commit.
The 22-year-old and the 38-year-old.
Is this the blonde?
Well, there's
Libby and the guy who always dates 22-year-olds.
Yes,
they stay together.
Yes,
but theirs also sounds like a breakup.
He does. He was like, yeah. He started a diatribe about his kids. And then it was like, before I go on, I need your answer. Like, I want you to meet my children, but like,
yeah.
And then she's like, yeah, let's do it. And then he's like, great, let's go meet my kids.
Yeah, weird agreement again.
But they're I don't know.
The best one, which I called, and then he was being so mean that I was like, oop, never mind. But then I was right. So in the preview, they show dude who's with the 49-year-old blonde?
48
who seems
49.
Younger.
Yes.
Her best friend is 32 and he's 29.
Yes. So like I would have thought she would have been early 40s probably when we guessed.
Yes. She obviously does get work done, but she does look and act young. Just like cracking at the seams a little bit. Is that mean to say? I'm cracking at the seams a little bit. I'm in my mid-30s. She's older than me. She looks great. They all look great for their age.
Yes.
And look great, period. Because Kelly Ripa told Howie Mandel he looked great for his age, and he got mad at her for using the qualifier for his age, for your age. Like, he got mad. He, like, lectured her. Anyway, I digress. In a preview, he's like, I need to take that promise ring from you. And I'm like, so I can put on the engagement ring. Then we get back from commercial break, which is Netflix, so we don't really have yet, thank goodness. And he does that, and she gives the ring back, and she's like, what's happening right now? And he goes on this big rant that I swear to God is a breakup. And she's like, this is so unexpected right now. And then he gets down on one knee.
And starts raving about her.
And proposes marriage.
He had to keep her guessing.
There was no requirement to do that, and it still happened in one of the cases. When you leave flexibility like that, you get an exciting ending like this once in a while. I hope
Netflix learns from that.
I mean, they 100% are not together.
No. And so we still have one couple left.
Pfeiffer and Derek.
Who, she is very hesitant because she's obviously going to have to move across the country, and she says yes, let's do it.
They are obviously, first of all, I don't know if they're given teleprompters for their speeches. Most of them sound like they are reading it off of something.
Yes.
They've obviously been told to come up with a speech. Most of them are painful. They must have been told to be ambiguous or like to very clearly present both sides of things, because once again, Pfeiffer's fully sounds like a breakup.
Yeah.
Like, you know, to move my whole life, to move away from everything I know, to take a risk like that, it sounds like she wouldn't. But then you get, oh, are we going to get the butt? And then you do get the butt in the other direction, but then it's back in the other direction again. Like, they're obviously told to go on and weigh the pros and cons out loud with their mouth.
Yes.
Because she's like, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to commit to moving to Dallas. You don't think she ever makes it to Texas?
Oh, I highly doubt it. No, I bet they're done like a week or two later.
So is anybody together, according to you? We do have a spoiler that Pfeiffer doesn't even make the reunion.
Right.
I think I saw that she's like in Japan. So if she's off like solo traveling the world, A, then you aren't a 23-year-old who was mature enough to be on this show. And B, they definitely aren't together.
Well, that's one of the things. Libby's the 22-year-old.
Yeah.
the 38-year-old with 2 kids was like, I don't want to keep you from your life. Like that was his biggest reservation. So that's why,
which by the way is definitely a line he uses to look so mature with the 22-year-old.
I think they're probably not together because of that. I would see if you put the 27-year-old from the 27 and 54-year-old couple with the 48-year-old that got engaged, like they would be together forever.
Oh, I don't think so.
Because of their level of commitment.
But she's like too young for him. He's like a really boring 27-year-old.
I don't think the 54. I think she's gonna.
She is so insecure about the whole thing. He can't keep having the security for the both of them. And also, I feel like in some ways his security is a facade too. Like it's just to like make her feel better or to make him look good. And maybe it is really what he feels, but I think he oversells it too.
I will be surprised if any of them are still together.
Preach, brother.
Especially the married. I'll say the married couple is probably the one I would say is still together. Or the engaged couple is probably the one that would be engaged or
but
together.
They were like fighting in front of her friend. But then she was like, this reminds me of every relationship you've ever been in. So like, it's a her problem.
Well, yeah.
So has she found someone who can put up with it?
It'll be interesting because if this was Love is Blind, you got
extra episodes.
Yeah, this was condensed into 8.
Yeah.
So like they really got through the picking your person through 3 episodes, then had 3 episodes of living together. So you could do Love is Blind if you cut the pods, which I am all for. Like cut that from 5 or 6 episodes down to 3.
How dare you? I barely know their names and faces after 5 episodes. You just want me to be completely left in the dust.
We've lost Mexico episodes and living together in favor of 2 more pod episodes.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the episodes of them getting to know each other and us getting to see them get to know each other are more important. But you spend so long in the pods because it's the foundation of the show. And once they see each other now, it's just a dating show.
They're love triangles that they have to stretch out and keep. And when it's like, no, we don't need to see this love triangle.
But they ask to have the date. So like the dudes are asking to still have dates with 2 girls, when they sit down, the producers at night, and plan their next day.
But we don't need to see 3 sets of love triangle dates.
I actually love the triangle.
I'd rather see them interacting more on vacation and more.
Well, why can't we just have more of all of it?
Well, then make it 16 episodes.
Yes.
Well, there you go. This one,
5 and 5, and the reunion.
Do you feel like you needed more episodes of this?
I would consume more. I don't know that I needed it.
Would you have been happy with 10 total episodes?
I could have spent more time living with them. Most of them did just seem like roommates.
I feel like they needed 2 more episodes of that because
they needed to go on vacation. I know the retreat kind of was vacation.
I feel like we didn't see a couple of the couples the last 3 episodes. Like it was just...
you know what? I'm going to controversial opinion this. I'm going to say lengthen the beginning that you hate. Make that 5 episodes and show us them getting to know the women, getting to know the women, and the men getting to know the men. Make it more like Love is Blind in the first 5 episodes.
But with such varying ages, do you think that would even be a thing?
Well, you would see someone as your mom and then find out you're in a love triangle with... but then you'd already know because you see who's flirting.
But in Love is Blind, you're going to have women that are all 25 to 34.
No, I know.
And in this, you're going to go from 22 to 60.
My best work friends are 50.
Right. But you're not competing with them over love interest. So
that makes it more fun.
If you're just sitting around, you're all dating each other, you have 4 hours in this group, you have nothing to talk about because you're in completely different phases of life. But in a competition,
But you act like they're not gonna be able. Like, people can communicate with each other.
I don't know.
So you think none of these people should be in relationships because they'd have nothing in
Two
common?
of them were at each other's throat. Like, this is.
I know, but not over what they know about pop culture. You're acting like these humans couldn't possibly engage in a conversation, and we just watched a show where they dated each other.
Well, the women didn't date the women.
I will kill you.
I just think.
Like, once you don't know who the Spice Girls are.
I just think that I don't know if it would be the same camaraderie that the people in Love is Blind have. And even then, that camaraderie isn't really a thing anymore because in season 10, all the guys hate a couple of the guys, all the women aren't. They hate each other. Like,
they showed us a little bit. There were some love triangles in this, but it's like none of the men got mad at each other because, again, it didn't even seem like they knew each other.
Right. I don't know if this is going to be a multi-season thing.
Really?
Has it been on the top 10 for a while? It's not. It premiered the 24th or 25th with all the episodes. So, like,
we want all the episodes.
They didn't do a string along release, and I don't think it's in the top 10 anymore. So,
you think a one and done?
oh, they've canceled the ultimatum, right?
It's not like they were hiding what the premise is from the contestants, so it's not like it would be hard to do again, like Too Hot to Handle, without like keeping it a secret. Anyway, I gotta go have a nap.
Okay.
We love you guys.
We love you guys.
Thanks for listening. Have you been watching? Are you going to watch the reunion? Are you going to listen to Nick?
Yeah, we get to promote the files.
We don't have anything inherently against him, except literally the age gap.
He didn't even get to host this season. I am adamant about that. He was 5%.
Okay. Bye, guys. We love you.